Right.
All right. So, thank you again, everybody, for joining us tonight for this huddle for hope. It was just kind of a fun kind of idea that came to mind. I guess I don't know. Subconsciously, I'm thinking it's football season,
Yeah.
um, but very much so because we're right in the middle, smack in the middle of our fall hope campaign. Actually, a little bit past the middle. So we kicked it off of course, in September, for those of you who are newer to the mix with Life of Joy, um, we started our kickoff to the fall campaign was our Raise the Roots event on September 25th. And so that has officially been, oh my gosh, what is it, 7 weeks, 8 weeks now almost since that event. And it was a fabulous start to our Fall Hope campaign, which, if you're not familiar with our campaigns, they tend to have both an outreach side to them as well as a fundraising side to them. And so I'm going to kind of touch on both sides of what we're doing here tonight for the remainder of our fall campaign, just so you kind of know what's happening, what's going on, and how you can help support us, for the rest of the campaign. So, we with the Raise the Roots event, we raised almost $19,000. For those of you who haven't heard yet, so it was a fabulous first go at that event and our first big fundraiser. It was also our 2-year anniversary celebration. So just want to give major thanks to everybody who came out and supported and volunteered and donated, and all that just really helped make it amazing. So with that, we have a $50,000 goal for our whole campaign. So we knocked out close to 20,000 now between Raise the Roots and a couple other miscellaneous sources of funding. Probably a little over 20. We haven't exactly calculated where we are, but we're right around 20. And so we have 30,000 left to go and 7 weeks left because we run the campaign all the way through the end of the year through December 31st. And so this is kind of a call to action for our community members and supporters to just help us with the rest of our campaign and all of our different initiatives, and to help spread the hope of what we have going on at Life of Joy and our events and things like that. So that being said, I'm going to share my screen and take you through a couple things. So hang on one second while I pull that up. All right. And before I go into the slides, I am just going to show you real quick. If you haven't seen it yet, I want to say it's this one. Yes. So this is our fall campaign page, where we have pretty much everything laid out that we're going to talk about tonight. So if you forget anything, this is a really good, easy reference point, and you can access it right from our main page. If you just go to our main page, to our main landing page, and I'm going to give you the links for everything. You can always just click on this little graphic and it'll take you right to this page. And so you have all the links for all the different things that we're going to talk about. So briefly, before I get into the different ways of supporting us with our fundraising specifically, I want to touch base on the outreach side and just the different events that we're doing, so that you have a sense of what's going on. So we have this Friday actually is our second youth mental health first aid class on Friday the 19th. And that is a fantastic way to learn about how to administer mental health first aid to those who are struggling with mental health challenges and crisis situations. It's for adults to support youth. So it's not for the youth themselves to take, it's for the adults. So we have that going on. And then we have two teen events going on. We have a teen social this Saturday. It's a fire pit night with s'mores and things like that. Cider, kind of a meet and greet for our teens. And it's really just kind of a cool space for teens who care about mental health to connect. So whether they care about it because they need support or because they want to support others, we're inviting them into the mix to really just kind of build our teen community at Life of Joy. And we have all kinds of different things that we're going to be launching with our teen social stuff. Just to reference it, it's we're going to have quarterly outings that are based on building mind, body, and spirit wellness, and monthly meet and greets. As COVID trends allow, either virtually or in person. So that's what's going on there. And then we have our teen support group that is coming up on Monday, December 6th. That's held at the Y in Pasadena. So this is our registration page for that. So just so you all know where you can find that. And that is for ages 13 to 17. And that's really starting to take root. Pretty excited about what's going on with that. That's building out really nicely. It's not group therapy. It's just a really safe space for the teens to talk and to connect with each other and to talk life's challenges. And we do have a therapist that actually helps to facilitate that. And then, of course, we have our Fall Gratitude Exchange, which is kicking off on Thursday on Thanksgiving Day next week. And that is going to be our big kickoff to our Hope Week. We're going to actually launch a Hope Week for next week. And so this is a great gratitude exchange that we run from Thanksgiving all the way through the end of the year. And so this is something that you can really just invite folks into to participate and to just help build their joy and spread the hope. You know, especially through the holidays, they can be stressful, they can be overwhelming, sometimes they can be triggers, especially if there's losses associated with that time of year. So this is just a really great way to help people build their joy. And so we have a Facebook group and a GroupMe group where people can participate, alongside others for the journey. And you can grab our journal if you want for that. So we have that whole exchange going on. So that is what we have as far as outreach goes. And on the fundraising side, I'm going to go to my handy little, I think this is it. Yep. So let me go into my present mode. Here we go. See if this works. All right. Is it showing the slides? Okay. All right. So I love how it has a little circle. I've only used this thing twice. Okay. So first option, of course, is donate. Right. So if you haven't yet, or if you would like to donate again, or if you have only given on a single donation basis and you would like to become one of our recurring donors, we are doing a big call for recurring donors. And having that sustainable monthly donation is really a big thing for us at this point, to have that predictable income for forecasting. So we are essentially really promoting our Golden Roots Givers Club, which we launched at Raise the Roots. And we have 3 different giving levels. There's, of course, other ones that you can opt in for, and anywhere in between these levels is amazing, fantastic. So these are just kind of like, earmarks for these different levels. They really tie in with a deep meaning. There's a special tie to the 9/11 amount for us at Life of Joy. And there's a neat little link I'll share with you that talks about our Golden Roots Giving Club and what's the significance of that number for us. But we are looking for at least one lifeliner who can give $9.11 a month or a single gift of $91.10. We're looking for 10 expanders. Of course, we'll take more, but that's $91 a month or a $9.11 single gift. And then we're looking for 50 or more sustainers at $10 a month or a $100 single gift. So obviously, really, like I said, anything in between is fantastic. And we have our impact levels that you can look at on our website. Our second option is to host an online fundraiser. So if you're game to host either a Facebook fundraiser or to set up your own personal page, you can either do that as an individual or as a business. And so we have a special Give Lively platform where you can customize a fundraising page and make it a little bit more personal than you can with Facebook fundraiser, but whichever way works better for you is fine with us. We have a link that we're going to share for you to set that up. We would love for you to start it before Thanksgiving because 'tis the season of giving. A lot of people tend to jump in on the Giving Tuesday thing, which is November 30th. And so if you're game to do that, we would love for you to open up your fundraising pages before Thanksgiving as possible and push it through, big time on Giving Tuesday. But otherwise, at least if it's just any time before the end of the year, if we do recommend running your online fundraisers for about 2 weeks, that seems to yield good results. And we have some special things that we do with our online fundraisers, people who host an online fundraiser, that help to kind of boost your results. So that's that option. And you can either do that, again, as an individual, we ask you to set a $250 goal for that. Or as a business, we ask you to set a $500 goal. And as a business, it's kind of fun because you can get, your other colleagues involved with that. So option 3 is we are looking for matches for Giving Tuesday. So we are looking for at least 5 pledges of $500 or more. And basically, what we're doing that for is Giving Tuesday, where we are going to be, throughout the day, having different designated giving periods that we're going to break up throughout the day. And we'll be going live on Facebook and giving updates on our goals and progress for, each of those giving periods. And as a pledger, essentially, you would match the total dollars raised up to your pledge amount for that assigned giving period. So, for instance, if you pledge $1,000 and we raise $1,000, within that 2 or 3 hour period, then that would be your amount. If it's only $250, then that would be what you pay, unless you want to still honor your pledge. So, so hopefully that makes sense. And then option 4 is to shop with us. We do have our Amazon Smile. Again, we are going to have all the links for these things for you. And I'm going to throw the main campaign link in the chat, and that's where you can access all this stuff. But if you can shop with us on Amazon Smile, set us up ongoing, whether it's just for the season or, if you rotate it with other charities, that's cool too. Or if you just want to make us your designated charity of choice, that would be fantastic, rather than just shopping on regular Amazon. If you shop Amazon Smile, we'll get a portion of every sale. And then, of course, our Life of Joy store, we've added some new stuff with our new travel mug and our hat, and the Build Your Joy Journal does make a nice gift, as well as it's great for our gratitude challenge. So last option here is to spread the hope, and to just simply share our posts and our events and campaign efforts, with your personal networks, your professional networks, on whatever social media platforms you're on. We are on Instagram, Facebook primarily is our biggest one, Facebook. And then we also are on LinkedIn. So if you could just keep up with our pages and follow them and just share things as you see them, and engage in them, like them, love them, add comments, that all helps our visibility. And, just kind of encouraging people to get involved with us, to support us, to follow us, even is wonderful. So, and then of course, personally inviting folks to engage in our gratitude challenge and other events, that, makes it a little bit more comfortable, I think, for them sometimes to actually plug in, is for your personal invitation, whether that's a personal message or through Facebook or email or text or whatever. Of course, we do have Facebook events for most of our things, but just that personal touch really seems to make a difference, especially if you know of someone that would really appreciate something in particular. And then, of course, help us with our fundraising outreach. That would be making phone calls, sending emails, writing thank you notes. We're putting together a little outreach team for the remainder of our campaign. And if you can help out with that, that would be amazing. So those are our 5 main options for helping out. And then next week, the day before Thanksgiving through Giving Tuesday, is going to be our Hope Week. So we have another email that'll be coming out this weekend about Hope Week specifically. And it's just little things that we're going to be doing throughout that week to help spread hope. And so we have a hope wall for those of you who are at Raised Roots. So we did that physically, where you got the chance to write a little message of hope, and we would pin it up for you. So Dina Lee helped us with that. We're going to do a virtual version of that for Hope Week. So keep a lookout for that. You can add your message of hope. You can see all the different types of things, that you can, kind of speak to for your message. And then, of course, we have our prayer support, that we will be putting out during Hope Week as well, in addition to all the other things that you have seen so far. So that's my little slideshow for you guys. So all pretty simple, easy stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and throw the link to this in our chat, and I'm going to stop sharing because then actually, I'm going to throw 2 links in the chat for y'all. And then let me find my chat. Where is my chat? There we go. Okay, so that is our campaign page, which has links to everything I talked about. And then we also have, so if you need some time to kind of process and figure out how you want to support us, if you're not ready to figure it all out tonight, If you're not ready to donate tonight, or if you want to think about your pledging match option or anything like that, we do have, oh, I'll touch on this in a second. There is a form, an opt-in form that you can fill out. And this is essentially where you can, you know, indicate how you want to support us, whether you want to host an online fundraiser, or if you want to make that pledge, or if you want to help with outreach, you know, or if you want to just even pledge a donation if you're not ready to donate, but you want to donate again before the end of the year. You know, you can opt in for those things and we will send you appropriate communications. So that is another link that I'm going to throw into the chat for you. And so that is the 2 links I think that you should really need. And just a brief touch, this is the sheet that talks about our Golden Roots Givers Clubs and the significance of that 911 number for us. And these are the different giving levels and the impact, you know, that those amounts have on our organization. And our giving page does have, of course, other options, and you can key in any custom amount that you want. So that is all I have for you guys. So I'm going to stop sharing and open it up for questions. Does anybody have any questions or thoughts?
That was a lot and fast. Good job.
Well, thanks.
Very zoomy. So I'm kind of glad I previewed the email.
Mhm. Yeah.
No, that's really very well done and laid out, Joy. I will say it gives a lot for people to look at, so many various options to choose. And it certainly helps somebody like me to promote it and push it out to other people I think should be willing to make some sort of donation. So it's really just, it's not like you have these, you know, this or this or not at all type of thing, but there's so many ways to become involved and to contribute.
Yep.
And I like having all that to present.
Awesome. Yeah, you know, we wanted to, you know, meet everybody at whatever point they are. You know, we know that people can only support in certain ways, and you know, or only a certain way is their kind of thing. So so yeah, so thanks. Anybody else have any questions? No? Okay. Well, I am done. I'm going to turn off the recording and just thank you so much for listening in, whether you're live or whether you're gonna be catching the recording here. Just want to thank you in advance for all of your support. It's been a heck of a ride. I mean, it's amazing to see the difference in where we are right now compared to the end of last year.
Oh my gosh.
We were just kind of laughing as a board. You know, I think we only had like $5,000 in the bank at the end of last year. And, you know, we're new. I mean, we're brand new. So it's amazing that we now, you know, between our spring campaign and fall campaign, we now have close to 30,000. So I think, you know, we're getting there, but we have a lot that we need to still bring in order to, you know, prepare for all of our 2022 plans. So.
Yes. Awesome.
I just wanted to chime in. It's nice to meet everybody virtually. I have attended that that training for the youth mental health crisis training. It's really done very well. And we actually, at our church, we actually offered it to our high school class. Now, you know, we made sure that they were prepared ahead of time, and we talked about, you know, some of the risks of talking about those kinds of things with that age with that population. But our high school kids liked it. They thought it was very helpful. And you know, I think it's great that you're supporting that program. I think it's really very well done.
Absolutely. Thank you. And yeah, it is a phenomenal program. It's and the value of it, the course value actually just went up. They have now designated the course value at $170 per person. But because of, you know, our fundraising And because of our supporters, we're able to offer that class currently for about $65 a person. So
Wow, that's
it makes it a lot more affordable,
Mhm.
for, both organizations to train their staff, as
Mhm.
well as, for the random individual that wants to take it. So we're really proud to be hosting that, and we will continue to offer those quarterly, both the adult version and the youth version. And in the new year, our hope is that we'll be able to start hosting. There's a special edition coming out specifically for teens. It's a much shorter course. It's only 2 or 3 hours, and it's geared towards the teen demographic, for them to take the course. And so we're hoping to host that as well in the new year. So we have a lot coming around the bend.
Mhm.
um, so yeah, so thanks for that input, Jen. All right. So I am going to stop the recording at this point and just thank you again for
Mhm.
joining